morning, bookworms, and welcome back to Morning Book Review with Mike Driver. Now, before we get completely started here and completely on the way and get onto the book that we're going to review today, I have to apologize for a couple of things. It's been a while. I owe the fans, the hundreds, maybe even thousands of fans that we've accrued as to where the book review show's been, and I do owe you a bit of an apology and an explanation. My producer and ex-friend Terry, who we know was very ill at a Costco, decided to just bring it upon himself to show up, and he was covered in coronavirus, and I panicked. I went underground, and that's where I've been. I was underground quarantining. I've been for months. I finally reemerged once the vaccines had rolled out and I was eligible. I went and I got my shot, and I've reemerged to society to review books. Only the best books. Tremendously exciting, riveting books, and we have a lot of great ones this year. But yeah, underground, no internet, no cell phones. I had no idea about the January 6th insurrection on the Capitol. I was, in fact, blown away by what occurred. I had no clue. We just lost DMX. That was horrible as well. And that's a good one that we lost. And we'll never recover from losing DMX. Underground, I was essentially living off of pickled herring, Ritz crackers, which had expired, but it's what I had, and I was having to recycle bath water. So I was roughing it, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. More people are being vaccinated, which is great, and we're on our way. No more being underground. We need the sunlight. We need the sunshine, especially on mornings like today. So I hope that's enough recap. I hope that squares things away. Maybe there are more questions. And feel free to ask those questions. Feel free to mail them in, email, leave comments. And you guys left a lot of comments on the last video. And we were all really great to receive that. But we got business at hand right now, and today we're going to be reviewing the one and only In Cold Blood by one Truman Capote. Now, this is a different genre than what most people are used to when it comes to a good read. This is in itself its own genre. Capote liked to refer to these as nonfiction novels, and he actually coined this term. A couple of fun facts about Truman Capote. He once said, "I'm as tall as a shotgun, and I make as much noise as one." He was a little eccentric at times. And he had originally wanted to become a tap dancer. He did not want to be a writer. He thought that he would go to Hollywood, and he would become a clickety-clack tap dancer and make it on the big screen such as this. This was his final work, and many people believe that it undid him, and that the tremendous toll and stress that it took on his body and his mind, and the horrific circumstances of what happened. It's riveting to a degree. And I think that people could learn a lot from an author that took his work so seriously. This was the final book that he wrote, and he never published another book again. Capote is famous for such books as Breakfast at Tiffany's, and others. He had a lot of others as well, but Breakfast at Tiffany's, In Cold Blood, very well known. The book itself is based on a true story, and it unfolds itself like an investigation in the book. there was a horrific murder in 1959 in a small town in Holcomb, Kansas, middle America, 1959. Could you only imagine? But a husband, a wife, and their two teenage daughters were brutally murdered by two men. And it was said to have been an act of random violence. And Capote had boots on the ground and was there investigating and talking to the townsfolk. And the investigation itself hadn't even been concluded. He was so driven by this after reading an article in the New York Times shortly after this happened, and he got driven out there, flown out there. However, people got around in 1959. He got there, probably not by boat, and he went with also well-renowned author Harper Lee, who is famous for To Kill a Mockingbird, and they went out there and did some good old-fashioned investigative work. And so this book itself kind of plays out a lot like an investigation as it goes in. It's got a little picture of Truman on the back there. We'll get a nice little close-up. Very eccentric man. I would say this is a great read. This is one that you're not going to know what page to put the bookmark, because it's just going to keep you glued to it. It is hard to stomach. It's a gritty, true crime, nonfiction novel, as Truman would like it to be referred to. It is well worth the read. I'm going to get around to finishing it here soon. I haven't, if you can see the bookmark, it's not quite, I actually left it up here when I went underground, and this was the next in the episode list. I hope the audio has been good for this video. I'm actually you can tell, I'm holding this microphone. Bought this microphone from China, and it seems to be working well, I think. We're working out the kinks here at Morning Book Review. We want to produce content that you want to see, and that's all we can do. But we're going to continue bringing you these books. We're going to continue doing this. We're going to do it more often now. We're going to shoot for one a week, and that's a lot of reading. So I gotta get my thumbs licked. I gotta get my reading glasses plastered to my face, so that we can have a good read about this. We're going to go in with a page count real quick, and this book comes in at a modest 343 pages. I'm going to give this book 5 stars based on what I've read. The Cliff Notes were great, real great, and it's a grisly story, based on a true story. If you're into this true crime like everybody is, I mean, turn on YouTube, turn on the news. They have whole television channels about true crime. So this, if you like it, this is the read for you. Let me know in the comments books that you would like to be reviewed, and I'm gonna do my best to read through them, and I'll review them. Even if I don't read through it, I can make a synopsis. I mean, it's just a book. It's not, we're not rocket scientists here. That's all I got for you today. Keep digging, bookworms.